Hello, welcome back to the Rusty Maths channel and welcome back to the final video in my 4-part series on solving quadratic equations. In this video, we are going to be solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Now, I've been using the same 2 questions throughout my videos because if you've watched any of the 4-part series, I want you to see that we're going to have the same answer whichever method we decide to use. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into this one today. So as I've just said, here are the 2 questions we've been seeing throughout the series. And in this one, we're going to use the quadratic formula. Now, the quadratic formula states that if you're solving for x, it is a minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and everything is divided by 2a. Now, in that video I was just mentioning, I said, remember the a, b, and c. Did you remember which video it was? It was video number 1, and I specifically mentioned it when we were solving this particular question. Anyway, grab your calculator, let's get to work. Now, for a normal quadratic that has 3 parts, and don't forget quadratics don't always have to have 3 parts. It could be 1 or 2 parts as well. But for a normal quadratic that has 3 parts, it takes the form a x squared plus bx plus c, where a is the number or the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant on the end. So let's look at our equation here and let's do our equation check. Is it equal to 0? Yes. You're now safe to start solving. So let's establish what our a, b, and c are. A is the coefficient of x squared. I don't see anything there, but trust me, there is something there, and that something is the number 1. So a is equal to 1. B is 3, and that's a positive 3. And c is negative 4. Please be careful when you're about to do this, because sometimes the examiner might mix up the question, model it up a little bit for you, and you need to put it back in order and recognize that your a is still the coefficient of x squared, even if the x squared is on this side. Bring it back over. Make sure it looks like this before you start messing about with it. Okay? B is always the coefficient of x. If they put the coefficient of x on this side, you got to know where it is. Find it and put the right numbers in the right place. Anyway, this is a straightforward substitution job, so it means that x is equal to negative b, which means negative 3, because b is 3. What I'm doing is putting the numbers in here. So I'm replacing this for 3. That's going to be a 3 here, 4 times a times c, and so on. Let's get on with it. So plus or minus the square root of negative 3, sorry, not negative 3, just 3 square, minus 4 times 1 times negative 4. All of that is square rooted, and it's divided by 2 times a, which is 1. So let's make sure we check all the numbers. 3, yes. B squared, yes, perfect. Take away 4, times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 4, all over 2a. I'm good. I think it's good. Let's go. And now we start working stuff out. So this becomes negative 3 plus or minus the square root of, let's do it a bit at a time. 3 squared is 9, add 16, all divided by 2. Let's double check we've done that right. 3 squared is 9. 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. We're good, I think. And this, again, is getting in my way. So let's get it out of the way, because we're going to do that in a minute. Right, let's go and finish up this question now and get things done. So it means that x is equal to negative 3 add the square root of 25 divided by 2, or negative 3 take away the square root of 25 all over 2. Where did you get that from? Well, 16 add 9 is 25. So under that square root, I've actually got 25. So this now then equals to negative 3 add 5, the square root of 25 is 5, divided by 2. 3 add 5 is 2, so 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1, so that's our first answer. Or negative 3, take away 5, divide by 2. This becomes negative 8 over 2, which is negative 4. And this is also done. Okay, good. Well done, everybody. So you see now that if you use the quadratic formula, you get exactly the same answer that we've been getting all the way through. Now, what if things get a bit more technical in here? So let's go now and see what happens if things get technical. Here we go. Again, make sure you state your A, B, and C. So A in this case is going to be 3. It's the coefficient of x squared. B is negative 17. Make sure you take the number with the sign. And C is going to be 10. So C is a positive 10 there. Check it's equal to 0, which is what we should have done first. And then let's jump into a quadratic formula. Now, we had it above there, but I just thought it's better to write it again so that everybody can see it as we use it. All right. Here we go. So x is equal to negative b. So it's negative 17. Look out for that. If you mix that up and you forget to put that negative in, it is going to mess your answer up. Plus or minus the square root of negative 17 all square minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 10, and all that over 2 times 3. So now we're going to solve. So this will equal to a positive 17 outside when the two negatives clash with each other there, plus or minus the square root of 289. 17 squares 289. Take away, let's work that out. 4 times 3 is 12, times 10 is 120, all over 6. And then we quickly get down to the end of this. This becomes 17 plus or minus the square root of 169 divided by 6 there. And then we start separating it. So it means that x is equal to 17 add 13 over 6, or 17 take away 13 over 6. You know where this is going. You've seen it in the last video. This becomes 30 divided by 6, 6, which equals to 5. Or 17 take away 13 is 4 divided by 6, which is equal to 2/3. And this is now finished. All right, so this is now literally the shortest one we've done on the quadratic formula. I hope this was easy for you to understand. This is the final video in the 4-part series on solving quadratic equations. If you liked it, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe below and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss another upload. But for now though, until I see you on the next video, peace.